Understood how the world is evolving. They build businesses and they leverage on people. The word leverage is very powerful. We must understand that nobody is an island. Nobody has ever got into financial freedom as an island. People always identify and work as a team. The national team, the victory comes because all of them make passes together. So big business owners simply build a business and employ people who make the money for them and they have the freedom. And in Cameroon we have a good number of them. We can name some. We have Bonjekam, Dangote, Dawara, and the rest. These are big business owners. We can take for instance, if Dawara has just 1,000 workers, and each worker is working 8 hours per day, how many hours has he produced for that day? He has generated 8,000 hours within 24 hours. Now you, an island, and you decide that today I'm not going to go to the toilet, I'm not going to eat, I'm not going to sleep. I'll work 24 hours non-stop. How many years will you take to do what he has produced for you? It will take you time. But he has the freedom. He can travel to the US and from a 5-star hotel, he's able to tell what is happening in his company while sipping a very expensive cup of coffee. From there he travels to Canada. He has the time freedom, he has the financial freedom because he has understood the power of a system. And when you look at the word system, system is an abbreviation. SYSTEM. Save yourself time, energy and money. We must identify systems and plug some money into it to be able to get to freedom. The last class of people we need to look at are those we call the investors. Investors. These are people who have understood, contrary to what it is, that you can employ your money to work for you. In school, we are taught how to work for money. We are not taught how money can work for us. But the investors are those who have understood that every 1,000 francs can become an employee and bring in more money. And they employ their money through systems that have been built by the big business owners to work more money for them. And if you want to look at it, we always tell people it's not abnormal. It is not a crime to be an employee or a self-employed. We all have callings in life. But depending on a single source of income is very catastrophic, especially in the present economy. Because we have multiple sources of expenditure. And as such, we must be able to equally diversify our investments. Because even the great book says it. Plow your money, invest your money in many ventures because you don't know what bad luck may follow you on this earth. That's a thesis. So it is a very wise decision to have multiple sources of income. And when you look at the poor, it is very normal to be an employee and become an investor. It is very normal to be a self-employed person and get an alternative source of income as an investor, and that is why we are here to talk about investment. The thing that breaks my heart is 95% of the entire world are either employees or self-employed, and they control only 5% of the total wealth of the world. While the remaining 5% of the population control 95% of the world. And a lot of people are still living the wrong dream. We still have that colonial mindset given to us, especially those who have received some doctrine. A lot of people live very miserable lives, hoping it will only get better in heaven. Yes, that's why we always have this phenomenon, lesser than the poor. Then we understand, if we understand what the Lord's Prayer told us, we were sent to dominate the earth. Let thy kingdom come. It wasn't for us to go to the kingdom. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And do you think in heaven there is one thing and all this wahala we have? So we have, it's just a mindset, the way we have been programmed. If you have been programmed wrongly, we need to unformat, we need to delete some of the things that have been given to us and learn to upgrade in order to stay on top. And we want to see one of the aspects which is showing us the domain that has been able to make some people get to financial freedom easily. Now, we have different walks of life. Next, please. Great. We have looked at all of that. The next slide. The different walks of life. We have in every industry, in everything you are doing, there is a millionaire in that business. In every business on the surface earth, there are 10 millionaires in that business. It depends on your concept or your understanding of that business. Please. Yes. And we want to see the business model we are talking about here, which is multi-level marketing. We have testimonies from different companies or different domains in the world. We have music, which has an annual income of about 16 billion. We have organic products, which is 91 billion. We have network marketing, which is topping the chart with 161 billion brands. We have movies, we have video gaming. All of that, they have their various incomes. And what we are presenting to you here is investment under the domain of multi-level marketing, the platform on which Longrich operates. And you bear with me. If you want to live a dream life, you want to give yourself the best health, you want to give your children quality education and good health, and have time to offer help to humanity, be able to give to charity, your single source of income will not take you to that level. And when we look at the investment, there are different kinds of investment. A very varied of them. We have landed investment. The owner of this place is already making money from it, right? Today, a lot of people will still look at this one and pass over. The decision you take, where you are today, is as a result of the decisions you took in the past. And where you will be tomorrow is the sum total of the decisions you make for today. So if you have the privilege to be invited by somebody here, that person is concerned about your future, about your welfare, about your family. And if that person is sitting beside you, then and tell the person, thank you.
Thank you.
So ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome. You are very welcome to the life-changing business opportunity. We are talking about an opportunity that is transforming lives per second. Our brothers, our sisters who have been ordinary people that we know so well, people that we know them from very humble backgrounds, people who are broke down to the marrow. 1 year down the lane, their stories have changed completely. And if you are here today and you believe in the beauty of your dreams, you are at the right place and the right opportunity is right here. I want you to take a practical calculation. Somebody who is being paid, I'm going to be a very good employer. Now you left high school and I'm going to pay you 150,000 francs. Imagine with the current situation, you are renting a house. Maybe you graduated with an HND. Let me put you at HND. 150. You have gotten a job at the credit union. They are paying you 150. You need to live in a single room. We are still talking about people who are maybe still single. Yes. You are still single. You need to, as an accountant, you maybe need a studio, room and parlor. How much can that be?
80.
So let's reduce the rent to the minimum. Let's say 30,000. How much is left? 120. You need at least 5, let me just say 3 pairs of shoes to look good. How much will that cost you? Great. Let's go to the next thing. You need to eat every day. You are going to eat only for 4 and meat. 200 morning, 200 afternoon, 200. How much will that be in 30 days? You have your water bills to pay. You need to put cable in your house. You need to have no weather for the rest. And you need to pay electricity bill. How much will that cost? You have that fine girl that is waiting for you to get married to her. You need to do her hair. 1,000 to do a hair for a month? Okay,
7,000.
yes, back yourself off. Great. Alright, somebody has just said 50K is more for the hair. Alright. And you have your parents who took time to send you to school and are waiting for their son who has graduated and is now a worker. By the 27, you have a phone call. I just wanted to breathe. That breathing is pregnant with a lot of meaning. And on that very morning, and after 2 years, you need to settle down as a married man. Your wedding, can an accountant just make on a corner? Alright, great. You need to do a white wedding and invite your boss with a very expensive whiskey from that very 150,000, right? and prepare people eat and have excesses for the wedding to be a successful one in Africa. Your suit, your bridesmaid and the team and everything. That's why you see on most weddings the men don't dance a lot. They are calculating. Why the women are killing themselves and going down? The man is always sitting. Because he has bills. When he sees that his friend has borrowed his 200,000, they have this from here to here. And these are the realities to face. You successfully make a marriage of a very cheap marriage of 1.5 million. And 9 months down the lane, you're expecting a bouncing baby boy from 150,000. And they need to come for a movie and drink and eat and have merry. Do you think a single source of income is enough? Our parents have done so well to give us quality life up to the level where we are. And as they grow old, they might not need very expensive dresses. They need supplements to keep their own bones together and live to enjoy the fruits of their labor. That single source of income will not be enough. This is a platform that will permit you to get well and stay healthy. And as you are here, the decision you make will affect the next generations after you. So I want to say welcome to the good life. I'm going to have my seat and we'll talk again later. Thank you so much.
We know there are 3 types of income by Robert T. Kiyosaki, that's the finance guru and the advisor of Donald Trump. He says the first type of income is what we call earned income. There you trade your time for money, like my brother said. When you come to work, they pay you. If you work 10 hours, they pay you 10 hours. You work 20 hours, they pay you 20 hours. And a lot of us here, like 95% of the population, is depending on earned income. And for your disappointment, that is the worst type of income. Everyone say worst type of income.
Worst type of income.
Worst type of income. Now the second type of income is what we call portfolio income. When you buy a house for 1 million and you sell for 10 million, the difference is 9 million. And most of the times it's being taxed to the government. So probably you end up with 7 million or 8 or 6 million, and that's your interest. That's better. And the last type of income is what we call passive income. Passive income is income that you will get on a platform that is depending on leverage like this one, and they will pay you till infinity. You'll be proud to leave something for your children. Now, John D. Rockefeller says, I'd rather earn 1% of 100 people's effort than earn 100% of my own effort. And that is where Longrich is based. The power of leverage. The good thing is that the world is market. Right in your bedroom, right on palms, you can access the world. You can do your business. Longrich is that platform. It is an online and offline business. So ladies and gentlemen, while you're here, be thinking about what you're going to leave for your generation. If you care about your children, your children's children, your future, and your retirement, and then you'll be taking a chance with Longrich International. This time around, ladies and gentlemen, there's one great guy in the hall. Say, great guy.
Great guy.
Great guy.
Great guy.
Now, I like these guys because they're empowered, they go for knowledge, and when they dish it out just the way it should be. Mad King, that's his brand. Go mad. Go and mad. M-A. He's going to tell you exactly what he means by go mad. And we call him the Go Mad King because he is the author, the CEO of that brand. Longrich is that platform that's going to give you the power to have your own brand. It's not just a network marketing company, it's an entrepreneurial journey that's going to leave you better than you met it. So ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Nchisom Godlove. Welcome. Longrich.
Better life, better future.
Longrich.
Better life,
Better future.
Let's take it all over. Longrich.
Better life, better future.
Longrich.
we dominate.
Longrich.
We are unstoppable.
Who are we?
We are unstoppable.
Good afternoon, Bamenda.
Good afternoon, sir.
I'm happy and excited to be here. Just turn to your neighbor, please. Look for one neighbor. Turn towards your neighbor. Say neighbor, neighbor.
Neighbor.
My very good neighbor.
My very good neighbor.
My amazing neighbor.
Amazing neighbor.
My wonderful neighbor.
My wonderful neighbor.
You look good.
You look good.
But I look better than you. My good friend Killian was just telling you about financial intelligence, financial literacy. It's so important that we have to talk about it over and over. Because for a very long time, our minds have been destroyed by the type of education we receive. We have grown up in a system that has given us education about money that have not succeeded to help us in any way. And that is why we keep on talking about it over and over. When I was traveling with him from Douala to Bamenda, he was sharing with me how he went back to his former school. And so one of the teachers saw him and said, "But Kenya, you look fresher." He said, "Yes, did you expect me to look otherwise?" Because he just resigned last year, and so they were expecting him to be looking cranky, but he's looking better because he has been using what he learned from financial intelligence and he's putting into practice. And we want to tell you this afternoon, if what you learn here you put into practice, you will never be the same. I learned these things when I just got to university. And I told myself that before I get to 40, I will no longer be working for anyone. But before I graduated from the university, I've read more books and I decided that by the age of 35, I will resign, I will be self-employed, I'll be working towards financial freedom. And last year, exactly 1 year ago, June 15, I resigned when I was not yet 25. I know I've not yet gotten to full financial freedom, but I'm enjoying my life. You see, my wife loves swimming, and my children too. And normally, most people take their children and their people for swimming on Saturdays and Sundays. When you take people for swimming that day, those places are congested. For me, I go on Monday to Friday where the place is totally free for us. That's the good one. If you love that, clap for it. What you celebrate, you attract. And so, slide please. Financial education is very important, and I want to just share a few things with you. There are 3 types of education. The first one is academics. It's what you learn in school. And many people ask me, is there going to be a certificate at the end of the course? The question I ask is, what are you going to do with the certificate? People are so excited to say, I have masters, I have 2 masters, I have a PhD. But the question is, what can you do with it? That's why I love the American system. When you are looking for a job, the question they ask you, what can you do? So don't only go after education, but you need relevant skills. As my friend here was saying, we are in a conceptual age. One that they expect you to be able to add value to people's life before you can stand out. The second type of education that is equally important, slide please, is the professional or vocational. You know, when I was growing up, when I had my first school living and common in France, my father wanted me to go to a government technical school. So the day he went to buy books, somebody came and saw him and told him, why is it that you want your child to go to a technical school? A technical school are for children who are not intelligent. Your child is very intelligent. And so that is how he decided I should go to general education. And that's the false information, the false thinking that at times we have. All of these educations, all of them are important. It's up to you what is important for you or what you have a passion for. And this one basically equips you to be able to do something professionally. Today we have doctors, we have carpenters, we have mechanics. That is about vocational education. But there's one education that you will not have from school, which is financial education. Unfortunately, the only financial education most of us have is that when I make money, I need to save some money for bad days.
I'm not trying to discourage you. It's a good starting point. But your savings can never save you on your rainy days. What can save you is your investment. People think that because I have some money in the bank, I'm doing well. No, you're not doing well. In fact, the bank is not your friend, and I'm going to prove to you the bank is not your friend. The bank is a meeting point between the rich and the poor. You who is the poor person, you are saving your money there, but the person who is using it is the rich person. And to prove to you that they don't like you, when you come to save that money, you have to stand on a very long queue. And when you get to the person that is saving, the person is not smiling. Even the pen that they give to you is tied to your rope. You are trusting them with millions, but they cannot even trust you with a single pen. Now, the person who is coming to borrow money, let's say somebody who is coming to borrow 25 million, 30 million, 50 million for a project. When he comes in, he doesn't stand on the queue. He goes upstairs when he meets the manager or the loan manager. He's given a very comfortable seat. And while he's requesting for a loan, he serves tea. What do you want? I want food. He serves that. You see, they are depending on you to survive. But the rich people are the ones enjoying the money, because when they will take it, they will multiply the money. So basically, the bank is a place where people who have money, but they don't know what to do with their money, they put their money there. And people who have the ideas and they need the money, they come and take it. It's up to you to decide where to belong. I'm not condemning anyone. So that is not the only education that we need about financial. That's not the only financial literacy that it's there. There are a lot of things that as an individual you need to learn. And he started sharing some of them. Some people have ended at the level of how to make money. And they have never graduated to how to manage money. When you learn how to make money, the next thing is that you should know how to manage it. And when you learn how to manage it, you move into the last end, how to multiply it. How do I change 1,000 pounds to 1,500? How do I change it to 2,000? Enough to do all of that, you'll be happy. True or yes? If you have enough money, enough time, and you are healthy enough, you'll be happy. True or yes?
Yes.
Any person doubting that? Okay. How many of you like to travel around the world? Have the time. Now you discover people who work. They can even save money, and when they get to their old age, the money is there, but the energy is no longer there. You can call it energy or the health. That is the sad part. But here is a platform that will permit you to have all the three. See, how many men do we have here? Let me see your hands up. How many men? Some people are not sure whether they are men. Thank you. You see?
Men also want to
If you have a family, you have a wife. One of the ways activate to increase your love, take your wife and travel. Am I communicating the ladies? Yes. Take your wife and travel. If you take your wife, if you have the money and you have the time, you say, okay, we are going to Dubai for 2 weeks. Not so.
Yes.
You do all the sightseeing and you come back without anything happening to your bank account. That's when you see the true smile of your wife. All what you are seeing, just management. Now, women can do the same. We have women. And Longrich Cameroon, at the moment, all the top leaders are women. That is amazing. It's now that the men are coming and they are also trying to get their position. The whole idea is for you to have enough time, enough money, and enough energy. Next slide, please. This is the irony of it. The young person has time, no money, the energy is there. Somebody from 30, maybe to 40 or to 50 or to 55. If the person has a good job, they are not going to have enough time because they have to work from morning to evening. And when They are lucky enough to be in a company that they give 1 month's leave. During the period of leave, what is the person usually doing? Goes to the village to catch up with all the activities they were not able to catch up during the year. Very soon, old age catches up. If the person was saving money, the person will have time, will have the money, but not energy. Is that very good? No. But Longrich is here to tell you, you can change the skills. It's like this. So, what is the right solution? Is to get a good opportunity which offers you time and financial freedom while you have the energy to use it. The beautiful thing is that if you start doing it now, you will have energy even right up to your old age. Don't we see people who are 60, who are 70, who are still very agile, who are still doing very well? Don't we have people like that? That is why some people will say it's as if money will reduce the age of people. It's because if you are taking care of yourself, because the products we have, first of all, the good thing about our products is that if you're a distributor, you need to be taking those products. When I get up in the morning, I have supplements that I can take. First of all, the toothpaste that I'm using, I use it while sleeping. Because I know not only fluoride free, it's very good. And so, you know, the company is paying you for using that, it's paying you for sharing it. So it's not that type of thing that before something finishes in the house, you are shouting, what happened to it? Did you eat it? No, our products are beautiful. They are wonderful. So they are going to keep you healthy, energetic. Secondly, if you are serious about the business, and you make the type of money that you are supposed to be making just by being a partner, you'll be able to enjoy what is called financial freedom, which simply means you get up today, you say, I'm tired, staying here for some time. I need to go somewhere for a holiday because I've been working so hard. You see, I'm a little bit confused of where I want to go. So, but there's a world map here, right? You know those round world maps? You know them? You turn it around. Turn it around, you put your hand, any country you go to, you say, okay, how do we get a visa to this country? If you think that is beautiful, clap. For me personally, I love traveling. When I travel, I learn a lot. Last year, June, when I resigned from my work, I told myself I was going to visit 10 countries before the end of the year. From June last year to December last year, I did not visit 10, I visited 8. But when you consider the fact that some of them I visited more than 2 times, it means I was able to hit my objective. Most of them I went with my wife. And I remember when we were in Singapore, she told me her love level is at 1 billion. Guys, some of you, your love is not even at 1,000. You take your wife somewhere, you start confessing love to you. That is the life that we are selling, and we believe each and everyone can get it. It's like this. So how do you do this? If you follow Kenya's presentation very well, there's a word he kept on using, leverage. When Frank William came here, he kept on using the same word, leverage. The question is, what is leverage? In simple words, someone who is driving a car and has tire puncture, he goes to the back boot, he takes the jack, he puts it under the car, he turns it, as he's turning it with small effort, he's able to pull up a very big car. That is called hydraulic leverage. And leverage is what all the wealthy people have understood and they are using. That is why they use system. You read the books of Robert Kiyosaki, he tells you about using other people's money, using other people's resources, and that is what the rich people do. They go to the bank, they use your money to invest because they are leveraging on their money. But then, you don't yet have that money, so you cannot go to the bank. How can you create your own leverage? Longrich tells you, all you need to do is use our products. When you use our products and you are satisfied, it's good, you are not selfish. Tell other people, look, I was able to use this product. I shared it with somebody who had fibroids, and because the person was using this pad, after some time was able to solve that problem. There was no operation, and the person is like, wow, how can I get the pad? This is it. By the time the person starts using it, and the person is satisfied, he comes for the next one, you see, my sister, instead of buying this thing at this price, do you know you can also join the company and get it at the company price? That is one partner you have already got. You see somebody is having maybe a bad maybe toothache, and you share the toothpaste with the person. By the time you are sharing the product and many people are using, and many people start joining to work with you, the company is saying the money we should have used to do marketing, we are going to share with you. Because at times people ask, where do the money come from? Let me tell you, for those who have worked with companies like MTN, Orange, those companies use more than 50% of their income for marketing. And if you want to calculate what their total income is, you calculate 50%, you are going to be amazed. Now, where does that money go to? It goes to marketing agency, it goes to people who are into marketing. But Longrich says we are not going to do any form of marketing like that. You who is a partner using this product, who is satisfied and sharing it with other people, we are going to pay you to be able to talk about the products. Unfortunately, people come in, they are just excited about making money, but they don't even want to know about the products, because until you know about the products, you cannot talk confidently about the products to another person. So what they are asking you is simply learn about our products, be excited about it, share with other people. As other people are using these products, you are having a big and a big and a bigger team. Simple example, if in 1 month you have 3 people and you train them on these things, these 3 people in the next month, they are able to get 3 people each. In 2 months' time, you are going to have a team of 12. In 3 months' time, you are going to have a team of 40. In 4 months' time, you are going to be having a team of about 120. You can do the calculation. Each person just bringing in 3. In 5 months' time, you are going to be having a team of, or rather 6 months, you are going to be having a team of 1,000 plus. One person just bringing in 3 persons. And by that time, you will have qualified for the trip. You have qualified. By the 7th month, you'll be qualifying for a car. If everybody is just coming in 120 people. These things are going to be explained much more later. But what I would like you to understand is simple. With leverage, each person providing small efforts. The upline helping the downlines helping the uplines, and we progressing as a team, we are going to be able to redistribute the wealth that our present system is finding difficult. Because with the present system, the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. But Longrich is here to say, no, any average person can equally get to the top. Thank you. It was a privilege talking to you.